This DIY is a golden terrarium centerpiece. I'll be using it as part of my Mother's Day celebrations, part of my tablescape. It is a dupe of a terrarium that I had in my home for quite some time. I bought it from, in Australia here, I bought it from Kmart, and I thought this would be really nice. I only have one, so I thought it would be really nice to dupe it using bamboo skewers. Now you can pick up bamboo skewers from your supermarket or from a department store or even one of the $2 stores, and you'll need about 8 sticks to start cutting down. You'll need some glue, hot glue, to put the skewers together. I won't be making the glass pieces. Obviously, I don't have glass, but I am making the terrarium frame, and you'll see that it looks just as beautiful without the glass, and I can use it as a centerpiece for my Mother's Day celebrations. So what I'm doing here is I measured up some of the skewers against the original terrarium, and from that I am starting to now glue the pieces together. I'm starting with the top half of the terrarium and creating that triangular form. This will create the base for me to then start building out the bottom part of the terrarium and giving it some height. The glue needs to be on a low temperature. This allows you to work with the glue in a more tacky form. You will need it to be fairly tacky because you're working with 2 or 3 sticks at the one time. And I find with the very hot glue temperature, it just takes too long. It burns you. You do need to be fairly hands-on with this glue. If you've got any finger covers or gloves even, I'm okay with my fingers. They're pretty tough, but you will be touching the glue a fair bit. So you just need to be careful that you don't get burned. It's like I needed a second set of hands for this particular DIY, but in the end I did manage. All you're doing right now is you're just literally placing all of the sticks together as you see it in the replica original terrarium. I'm now starting to build out the bottom part of the terrarium. This will allow that triangular piece to be more elevated and act like a terrarium, or you can use it of course as a candle holder or a centerpiece with florals in it. I chose to use florals in the end. I'm not going to lie, this bit was a little bit tricky. However, just be patient, and if it doesn't work, you can always take it off and peel off the glue and do it again. I was very lucky in this piece. It only took me a couple of goes to get it right, but have some patience. It can be done. It feels like you might need a second set of hands, and if you've got somebody around to help you hold the pieces together, by all means. Then I was really unhappy about the globs of glue. It's unavoidable really to some extent. I just took my scissors and just cut away as much of that excess glue as possible. Now, to create the ring at the top of the terrarium, I just had an old ring that was really a dress ring. It's of no value really, and I just hot glued that to the top of the terrarium. So here you can see I've managed to recreate the original glass terrarium with a dupe using bamboo skewers. I then used some gold spray paint, took it outside. Just be careful when you're using spray paint. Use some gloves and use a mask. It can be very overwhelming, the fumes, so just take care when you're spraying outside. I use gloves so I don't get the glue or get the paint all over my fingers. So here you go, the finished product, beautiful gold dupe terrarium. I think it's fantastic. Considering it's been made of bamboo skewers, it looks elegant, it looks pretty close to the original. I will certainly be using it as part of my Mother's Day centerpiece. I absolutely love it, and I hope you loved it too. I think it's gorgeous. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.